What's going on? So, basically, you know, I've gotten caught up in shopping, I guess, a lot since, you know, the whole shutdown started. Shopping, online shopping to be specific. And it's kind of funny about some of the situations I end up getting myself into. So, I kind of like watches, so I get caught up if I'm scrolling and I see something advertising some watches. So we're getting shut down due to the current situation of the country, and we can't afford to go on. We're gonna have a blowout sale, and then I'm like, all right, what kind of options do you have? And then once I'm looking at everything, I'll be like, oh, you know, that one seems cool. That's a good price. You know, even if I don't use it, maybe I could resell it. And I got sucked into ordering some. So there was one, you know, there's wood watches, I guess, is kind of like a fad. So there was this one company here, Woodwelt, where I ended up ordering them a few months back. Actually, it was last year, so it was like September. And they make a lot of nice, like, wood watches, and those were what I ordered, about like 8 of them, I believe, and seemed like a legitimate company. They sent me a generic email: thanks for your purchase, we charged your card, we'll send you a follow-up email as soon as we have your shipping and tracking information. And then there was another company that was actually a mystery box watch. So they were watch&co, selling it as just a watch and mystery box, saying, hey, here's your opportunity. We have these kind of brand watches. If you buy it at $50 tier, $100, $150, $400, whatever, you know, luxury, cheap, whatever they called it, they were gonna, you know, send you a mystery box of watches or watch, and you were gonna be shipped it. It was something else that caught my eye about like going out of business sale. We got to get rid of all the watches. The easiest thing to do is just ship them out in these mystery boxes, so that we can recoup our money. Stupid me didn't really look up any of these pages, assuming that if they're on where I'm finding them on social media, that they're legitimate companies, and that I've never really had an issue with that in the past. But maybe I've not been really shopping the right places to really know. So what happened was, they both sent a generic email stating the same thing, saying, hey, we made your purchase, we charged your card, this is where we're sending it. Well, wait about a week for us to follow up with your tracking information. Okay, that sounds legit. I waited my week, I'm not seeing my emails, and then like I'm thinking, oh, well, they're going out of business, you know, maybe a lot of people are ordering this stuff, so they're gonna get an influx of people making purchases. Let me give them some time to figure it out and figure out if they're gonna send me the watches or not. And then like I was thinking, like, well, some people do the drop shipping or from Alibaba, so I'm like, if you're ordering stuff coming from, people are shipping you from China, then maybe that's gonna take like 4 or 6 weeks to come in the mail. So I ended up giving them more time. You know, I'm waiting like, you know, let me at least wait a month. I've heard people tell me that they've waited a month and still gotten their product in the mail. So I was giving them way too much time. Turns out the wood watch company, actually, their site still seems to be up for whatever reason. So it seems like they're being attentive. They never ended up giving me my shipping information. So I ended up sending out an email to them, asking them, hey, what's up? I did get maybe an automated email reply back, but it did seem like they were getting to me and following up and responding. And then they went ahead and ended up telling me that they couldn't fill my entire order that was placed during their liquidation sell-off, and then they told me that they were gonna make replacements for a few of the watches out of the 6 or 7 that I had ordered, and I could either just refund everything or get those watches. So I was like thinking at this time, I've waited several months, didn't ever get a shipping confirmation. Now you guys aren't in production anymore, but you're saying you're gonna make more watches to replace the ones that you wanted to fulfill my order, or just send me what I have, refund those, or refund everything. So I'm like, I lost total faith in your company. I don't care how much I wanted your watches at this point. I've been waiting long enough. I've already like mentally checked out that money was gone, but in fulfillment of a product, never received my product. So I'm asking you for a full refund. Go ahead and give that to me. Okay, fill out this form, and then we'll get back to you. Filled out the form, wasn't sure if it really got filled out, filled it out again, made sure I filled it out a couple times, waiting 5 to 10 days for it to show back up, and I'm not seeing it. Meanwhile, I emailed this watch&co company, the mystery box, a couple times to the customer service email. No reply at all. Okay, so you guys just straight took my money and aren't replying at all. Then I end up going to their website. Their website's completely shut down, saying, oh, we're under maintenance, check back later, we'll be back in a few. Some generic like, our website's under construction. Oh, okay. Now the fear sets in. Oh, I just gave my money to a scam artist. I'm not getting a watch. I'm not getting a reply. I'm not getting my money back. So now I gotta figure out how to get my money back, because I didn't, receive any products. So now I've got to go through my, bank, my credit card company, figure out how to place my claim, prove my claim, and then wait, 30 or 60 days for them to respond and make sure that they're actually processing the claim and I have enough evidence to prove that I never got the product, etc., etc. Meanwhile, I, still going on these stupid social media sites and seeing, more ads. So there was this other company, a third company, merychris.com, and I got hooked in because Jacob & Co. I've been a fan of Jacob & Co. for a while, and they used to make, clothes, they make watches. That's what it was. What was the name of that watch? I forgot. There's this particular watch like 10, 15, 20 years ago when I was growing up that was really popular. I always fantasized about getting it or getting the knockoff of it. I think it had the 4 different time zones, or 4 essential time zones in it, like the ones you would normally see like in a movie, like business setting or stock setting. I think like New York, Tokyo, London, and something else. But anyway, I saw one of these new watches that they've got out here that happens to have the planets in it, and I thought it was amazing. And I'm like, oh, I know Jacob & Co. I know they're kind of expensive, but like, these watches look amazing. And they kind of rotate on the dial, these planets, while it's ticking. So I googled it, looked it up, and I was like, oh crap, you guys sell these things for $200,000. I think like the 4 time zone one that I'm talking about back in the day was like, under 10 at least, if not like 1 or 2. So back to merychris, they ended up showing me one that was a knockoff. I knew it was a knockoff, and I don't know if it's made in China or where it's made, but like if it looked like a good quality knockoff, I was gonna try to at least buy it. So this time I didn't want to get burned. I actually googled the website to see like how long the website's been up and if it's a scam or not. So the only issue that I did this time was basically, here's the order, merychris. So it's fashion watch, celestial body. It looks basically, you can tell it's knockoff, but never the case. Under $100 versus 200,000, I'm gonna see what they got. So they ended up sending me the same kind of thing, email and tracking number, and then I was like, oh, so I looked up merychris.com or whatever, and like I found out like they seemed like a legitimate business, had a lot of different items on the page, and it looked like they had been open since like 2018 or something like that, so they had a couple years worth of business. And I was like, alright, good, you know, let me make my purchase. So then I got my email tracking number, but it doesn't say what carrier, so I don't know like how to track it. So I gave him a little bit of time to like get back to me, see if I can get it in the mail or not, receive it. Turns out I had to email them and be like, hey, you know, I got the tracking number, but how do I look it up? Like, what carrier is it? So they gave me a link on where to look it up. That link actually worked. Seems good, like it was shipping and moving. So we've already made more progress than the previous two. And that website ended up showing that it was coming from China, and no big surprise there. So I'm like, alright, it's going to take at least like 4 weeks to get over here, or whatever else, maybe longer, to get through customs. Then all of a sudden I see it hitting United States, looking like it's going through customs, and I'm seeing like 3, 4, 5 days where it's just sitting after being processed, saying that the shipment is being forwarded, please wait patiently. So I send them an email back saying, hey, you know, all I'm seeing for updates is wait patiently. Why is it updating it that day after day? So they finally reply back and they say the logistics is in transit, please wait patiently. And one of their updated notes that they could see, maybe because they're the seller that I couldn't see, was that it had actually landed in my city. So I thought that was strange, but probably for the better, because at least it's not the same update that I was getting. I almost gave up hope even looking for that. I live in an area where there's multiple mailboxes, not all of them are mine. I happened to walk out one day to check my mail and I saw this box in there, but I mean, I'm always buying other stuff offline like Amazon and everything. I actually have way too many boxes that are unopened at the moment that I probably should get, since I thought I needed all of that. But I think this is it. This has the tracking number on it. This is gonna be my watch. So I'm actually excited to go ahead and take a look at it, see if it's what it looks like. Glad I actually got it. I was almost losing hope that I messed up a third time, and what I was gonna have to do was report another claim, you know, which kind of sucks. So the mystery box was the first one I reported because they weren't emailing me back at all, right? And their website was gone. I still had hope for the other company to actually refund me there, but I finally got my credit card company to pay me out on that one, so that was good. The wood one, where the website's actually working still, I put in a request to refund it again. They still haven't processed that. But I also ended up reporting that to my credit card company, so I'm waiting on that. So hopefully all's well that ends well, where I end up getting my money back for not having a product. That would be awesome. So, looks like I got smashed a little, but I'm sure by the power of fate it's gonna be okay, right? See what we got. Crossing our fingers. Man, how exciting. Oh, got some bubble wrap. More bubble wrap. What do we got here? Forcing Jaragar winner. Are those supposed to be knockoff brands of legitimate brands? This is just a how-to. It's kind of cool though. Can always have enough bubble wrap, right? Oh. looks like I did get screwed once again. This is not the watch that I ordered. It's not a terrible looking watch, but it's like a skeleton watch. Is this a... what are those called? The ones that from your hand motion? There's a term for it. Brain's not working right now. I'm gonna have to Google these. It's actually looking like it's pretty well constructed, to be honest with you. You know, I paid almost... I really wanted that Planet watch. Too bad these guys' site doesn't work. I'm gonna try to email that lady back, let her know I got the wrong watch, her website's not working, and see what'll happen. Dang! More of the story. Be careful what you buy when you see these ads on social media, you know. You're just vulnerable at that point. Bored, you know, getting your dopamine from going through your feed, you know, the ads are based off your data, things you look at. Oh, maybe you'll like this. Oh, the website looks legit. Not. And when I was going to look these guys up, when I actually looked up this site just now to find that email, it's actually merychris with one R. When I was searching the site earlier, before I actually made my purchase, it was Merry, like Merry Christmas. merychris with 2 R's. That site actually is up. I didn't Google again if that's the one from 2018, but man, merychris is not up with 1 R. I got fooled again. I did get something in my hands though, which is actually a pretty heavy duty watch, which is surprising. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I've gotten like a $20, I mean this one was obviously more than $20, but, or I don't know if it was $20, I think a friend gave it to me. One of those skeleton watches. Oh, it looks cheap. It looks like as cheap as like a $5 pair of sunglasses. Let me get it just so you can see the difference. This is the one my friend gave me. So here it is. This is the one that I got in the mail. This is the one that my friend had given me that I think is a little bit cheaper. Like, it's supposed to be one of those skeleton watches, as you can see, which I think are cool watches. It just looks like it's definitely a little bit cheaper, right? Just like looking at the back, that doesn't look like a expensive skeleton watch, right? You can compare the two. This one definitely looks better. So yeah, definitely buyer beware. Camera skills are not that great, so, you know, viewer beware. That's all I've got for now. Just want to give, I guess, that public service announcement. Love you. Have a great day.